Now it's about time to address some issues about this palette. I got some questions from social media na I think dapat kong i-address dito sa vlog na to about this eyeshadow palette. In today's video, we are giving away 2 Glowfam Royalty eyeshadow palettes, so if you're interested, just keep on watching. Sup fam, Vince Gonzales here and welcome back to my YouTube channel. Itong vlog na to, Glowfam, is very close to my heart because today, I will introduce you guys to the newest member of the Glowfam community, and that is none other than the Glowfam Royalty eyeshadow palette. Like what I said, Glowfam, we are giving away 2 Glowfam Royalty eyeshadow palettes by the end of the video, so if you guys are interested, what are you waiting for? Let's glow! Glowfam, simulan natin sa konting backstory about the Glowfam Royalty eyeshadow palette. As you guys know, this is in collaboration with Sparkle Cosmetics. So Sparkle Cosmetics actually sent me a DM via Facebook and they offered to have a collaboration with me for this specific palette. Initially, I was really excited kasi first ever collaboration ko to, and like, sino ba naman ako para tumanggi pa, diba? Parang hindi naman ako malaking tao para tumanggi sa isang collaboration with another brand. Like, sobrang thankful ko talaga. At first, hindi talaga ako makapaniwala na nangyayari na talaga to. Like, gusto nilang makipag-collaborate sa akin with an eyeshadow palette. So of course, Sparkle Cosmetics asked me kung anong gusto kong name na ilagay dun sa eyeshadow palette ko. To be honest with you guys, initially hindi talaga pumasok na ilagay ko yung pangalan ko sa eyeshadow palette na to. Pero if you're gonna think about it, like Vince Gonzales on an eyeshadow palette o kaya xxoo Vince, parang it sounds unreal to me. Hindi talaga siya nag-sink in. Pero at the back of my head, binalikan ko yung vision and mission ko and yung purpose ko kung bakit ako nagwa-vlog, and it's all about the Glowfam community. If you are unfamiliar about the Glowfam community, siya yung community ko. Though I'm not calling this like my fan base, kasi it's not a fan base. I always address the Glowfam as a community, as my community, as our community. Dahil Glowfam is actually a group of artists, smaller artists in the community, like makeup artists, mga makeup junkies, mahilig sa makeup, startup beauty vloggers, anybody na mahilig talaga sa makeup. Now, bakit ko nga ba ginawa tong community na to? I made this community because when I was starting up, hindi ko alam kung paano ko ipopromote yung sarili ko. Like, I did vlogs, pero hindi ko alam kung saan ko ipopromote yung vlog ko. Gusto ko magkaroon ng friends na mga makeup artists, pero hindi ko alam kung saan ko sila hahanapin. So that is the reason why I made the Glowfam community. Gusto ko magkaroon ng platform yung smaller local artists, yung mga startup beauty vloggers, wherein they can promote themselves and mas mapansin sila ng mga ibang artists para makapag-support sila sa one another. That's one of the purpose ng Glowfam community. But another thing, if you guys have been watching me from the start, you guys know na mahilig talaga akong magpa-giveaway, and there was a reason behind that. Glowfam is also connected kung bakit ako palaging may giveaway sa YouTube channel ko. When I was starting up this YouTube channel, literal, fake yung ginagamit kong makeup. Yes po, fake yung ginagamit kong makeup. Wala akong pambili ng original na makeup noon. I think na sobrang mahal para sa akin bumili ng makeup noon. So ang ginagawa ko, nag-iipon ako ng pera, then bibili ako ng siguro 1 o 2 set. Doon ko lang dinidiscard yung fake na makeup ko. Now, konting disclaimer lang, yes, fake yung ginagamit ko dati, pero hinuhugasan ko agad yung mukha ko kasi ayoko magsistay sa mukha ko yung makeup dahil alam ko na sobrang dangerous talaga niya para sa skin natin. So, I really do not recommend for you to do that. Doon pumapasok yung sense ng giveaways natin dito sa Vince Gonzales YouTube channel. Dahil alam ko yung feeling na nagsisimula pa lang, hindi lahat afford magkaroon ng isang full face of makeup. Yes, though marami ng mga local brands na lumalabas ngayon na medyo affordable, yung mga nilalabas nilang mga makeup, pero pera pa rin talaga kasi yun eh. Lalo na sa time ngayon na pandemic, sobrang tinitipid talaga natin yung pera. Believe it or not, merong mga artists or yung mga nagsisimula pa lang na instead na bibili sila ng makeup, gagamitin na lang nila yung pera pang kain nila, o kaya pang load nila para sa online classes, o kaya pang tuition nila. So that's the reason I do giveaways on my YouTube channel para at least kahit papano meron tayong 1 or 2 or 3 buhay na medyo natatouch or nababago through the giveaways. Alam ko kasi na passion nila yung pagma-makeup. Kaya pag sobrang salat na salat talaga sa buhay yung nananalo, sobrang tuwang-tuwa ko and feeling ko tumataba talaga yung puso ko kapag nakikita ko na na-appreciate nila yung natatanggap nilang makeup galing sa akin. Meron kasi talaga akong pinapaniwalaan na quote na you always have to pay it forward. So yes, kita nyo naman dun sa mga ibang videos natin na nakakatanggap tayo ng mga PR packages. Blessing yun para sa akin. So I always wanted to share my blessings to other people. That is why ginagawa ko yung mga giveaways. And yun talaga yung main purpose ng Glowfam community. That is also the reason kung bakit Glowfam yung nilagay ko ang pangalan dito sa collaboration na to with Sparkle Cosmetics. I also want to tell you guys na since yun yung main goal ng Glowfam community, 50% of the earnings itong Glowfam royalty eyeshadow palettes would go back to funding all the giveaways para sa mga smaller local artists dito sa Pilipinas na hindi pa nakaka-afford ng full face of makeup. So that is the backstory about the Glowfam royalty eyeshadow palette. By the end of the video, we are getting some tea. Dahil merong mga medyo slightly controversial questions na natatanggap ako about this palette. So sasagutin natin yan lahat by the end of the video. For now, let's start with the packaging of the product. So when you guys buy the product, it comes with a gold unicorn like this. I'm not actually shading the other eyeshadow palettes of Sparkle Cosmetics, but I think that this is the best palette na na-release ng Sparkle Cosmetics. Kasi packaging pa lang, sobrang pinag-isipan na talaga. Sobrang ganda. It's so personalized, like naka-emboss talaga yung logo ng Sparkle Cosmetics dito. And at the back, meron tayong directions for use. Nakalagay yung list ng ingredients nila. It says here that this is recyclable, this is good for 24 months from the open date, and this is cruelty-free. Para dun sa mga followers or subscribers ko na very picky about the ingredients of the eyeshadow palette, yes, nakalagay dito cruelty-free siya, pero if you're gonna check here, nakalagay carmine. If you guys want to know what carmine is, if you Google it, it's actually a pigment that comes from bugs. Pero I just want to clarify with you guys that on the Glowfam royalty eyeshadow palette, the carmine pigment that we used is a plant-based carmine. So it makes this eyeshadow palette cruelty-free. So when we remove the packaging, guys, ito yung itsura niya. So the main vibe of the eyeshadow palette is like a checkered style, as you can see it. Some parts are glossy, some parts are matte. And we have the brand sticker right here, nakalagay Sparkle X Glowfam Royalty Palette. At the back, you will see the same information na makikita mo dun sa likod ng packaging niya. And I want to tell you guys na I am so proud dahil nagkaroon ng parang voting dun sa pangalan ng palette kasi wala tong pangalan at first, and sinadjust ko yung royalty palette, and apparently yun yung napili, kaya I'm so proud na sabihin na ako yung nakapili ng pangalan ng palette na to, and I'm just so happy about it. So now without further ado, let's open this up. Oh my god, I'm so happy. As you guys can see, meron siyang plastic film to protect yung mga eyeshadows natin. Bago natin pag-usapan yung details, guys, I want to tell you that the Glowfam royalty eyeshadow palette retails for 299 pesos only. Yes po, 299 pesos lang. You are getting 16 gorgeous shades ng eyeshadow palette na to. And I personally like this eyeshadow palette kasi meron talaga siyang mirror. Like, hindi naman lahat ng eyeshadow palette nilalagyan ng mirror. Kasi ang mga eyeshadow palette, pag nilalagyan mo ng mirror, normally umaangat yung presyo niya. Pero, diba, with Sparkle Cosmetics, 299 pesos, meron ng mirror yung eyeshadow palette natin. The Glowfam Royalty Eyeshadow Palette comes in 16 amazing eyeshadow shades. On the first two rows right here, we have 8 matte shades, and on the last two rows right here, we have 8 metallic or shimmer shades. Now, alam ko na most of you already saw the swatches dahil naggawa na tayo ng soft launching on my social media accounts. But if you guys want to see the live swatches, watch this one. Let's talk about each and every shade that we have on this eyeshadow palette, and we're gonna start with the first row. The shade Classic is actually an off-beige bone shade. This one is very close to the color Ivory, and this is just perfect for transitions, or if you want to put it dun sa ilalim ng brow bone nyo, this is the right color for you. This shade is also good if you want to highlight yung mga high points ng face mo, kaya yung under eyes mo, you can use this shade a lot. Next up, we have the shade Bold. This is a light, cool tone brown shade. This is perfect for transition. This is actually what I'm wearing right now for my transition. foundation. I could say that this is one of my favorite shades dito sa Glowfam Royalty Eyeshadow Palette because I'm also using this shade for my bronzing or contour. I really think that this shade fits most of the Filipino skin tones for contour and bronzing. Dahil this one is not too dark, it's not too light, it will just give you that perfect warmth dun sa face mo. And if you actually use a semi-cool toned na bronzing or contour, it makes you look a bit fresh. Next up, we have the shade Whimsy, which is a straight up fusion of orange and terracotta brown, which is so perfect if you want to go for that aesthetic look, yung mga monochromatic na look na very uso ngayon. I really think that this is a perfect shade for you. Since Whimsy is a fusion of orange and terracotta brown, if your complexion is on the deeper moreno or morena side, this would be perfect for your blush if you want to achieve that medyo sun-kissed vibe or drunk blush look na sun-kissed. This is going to be the perfect shade for you. Last on the first row, we have the shade Edgy. This one is a straight up dark chocolate brown that is perfect to deepen up yung mga outer V ng eyeshadow natin. This is also perfect to make that very sexy smoky eye look. Now Glowfam, let's head on to the second row and we're gonna talk about the first shade, which is the shade Best Friend. The first three shades doesn't really register that well on camera dahil sobrang dami kong beauty lights ngayon dito sa room ko. That is the reason why ginawa ko yung live swatches under direct sunlight para makita nyo talaga yung totoong color payoff niya. So let's go back, let's talk about the shade Best Friend. This is actually also one of my favorite shades dito sa Glowfam Royalty Eyeshadow Palette dahil yes, ito po yung ginagamit kong blush. Ito yung suot-suot kong blush ngayon. And I like this one dahil this is a light cool-toned old rose shade. And the thing about mga cool-toned na mga blush, it makes you look fresh. Opposite dun sa parang sun-kissed vibes. Kung yung sun-kissed vibe is para kang galing sa beach or kakatapos lang ng summer, ito namang fresh vibes na binibigay sa'yo ng mga cool-toned blush like the shade Best Friend. Ito naman yung parang winter tapos namula-mula lang yung pisngi mo. Ito yung blush na yun. Sobrang nakaka-fresh talaga siya and I love this shade a lot. Next up, we have the shade Nirvana. If we're gonna compare the shade dun sa shade na bold, this one is deeper, though it's also a cool tone brown. And this is a perfect secondary shade just right after your transition. And if you also want to lightly deepen up yung crease nyo, Nirvana is just the shade for you. Actually, Glowfam, I'm wearing Nirvana dun sa crease ko ngayon. Hindi ko na ginawang super intense yung eyeshadow look ko ngayon para you guys can focus on the eyeshadow palette and not just on my eye look. Pero we're gonna do a vlog in the future. We will extract the full potential nitong eyeshadow palette ito and we're gonna make a super intense eye look. Next up, we have the shade Coral. Like sabi nga rin sa shade name niya, Coral siya. So this is a straight up coral infused with a little bit of peach. And this one is a result of that gorgeous color combination. This one is perfect for people with fair skin tone. Dahil this one is leaning on the neon side of things. So if you're the type of person na interested gumawa ng looks na very minimal pero with a pop of color, I think this is a perfect shade for you. This is the shade Coral. The last shade on the second row is the shade Mod. I like this shade a lot because this is a deeper old rose shade. If you're gonna look closely dito sa shade na to, hindi siya totally deep red. Meron siyang halong pink undertone. That's why yung fusion niya, it makes it a deeper shade ng old rose shade. And this shade is just perfect if you want to create that super sexy vampy look. Or if your complexion is on like the deeper morena or deeper moreno, you can actually use this as your blush. Now Glowfam, let's move on to the shimmer shades that we have on the Glowfam Royalty Eyeshadow Palette. I am just so proud about the shimmer shades ng Glowfam Royalty Eyeshadow Palette because yung mga pinakaunang feedback na natanggap ko is napakaganda daw talaga ng mga shimmer shades. And totoong-totoo talaga yun. We are going to start with the shade Glam. This is how the shade looks like nung nakita nyo naman sa video. It's like a fantasy. It's like a dream. Para siyang may mga small, very micro glitter particles na nag-glow lang, lalo na when a direct sun hits the color or the shade. Sobrang ganda. Glam is a pearl shade mixed with iridescent micro fine glitters that gives you like super dreamy na vibe pag nilagay mo siya. I'm actually using the shade Vine dito sa inner corners ko. If you can see that glow, sobrang ganda lang niya. Next up, we have the shade Sunset. This one is a champagne toned shimmer shade. This shade is so nice. Ito yung ginagamit kong highlight ngayon. If you can see that glow. Actually, very subtle na yan dahil pinatungan ko na yan ng blush. The shade Sunset is also the highlighter that I used for my nose bridge and dun sa tip ng nose ko. And as you can see, sobrang ganda talaga niya. I want to give you guys a sample. We are taking a highlighter brush. We are dipping into the shade Sunset. And papatungan lang natin tong shade na to. Tingnan nyo how blinding that is. Grabe. Like, what the heck? Tingnan nyo, grabe talaga. So if you guys can achieve this on a dry brush, dito pa lang sa cheek area nyo, what more pa kaya dun sa lids? And what more pa kaya pag binasa mo na yung brush mo to apply the shimmer shade, diba? Like, sobrang pop na pop na pop talaga siya. Next on the row, we have the shade Flame, and this one is actually a mixture of a copper tone and a rose gold shade. This looks very, very elegant and sobrang ganda rin niya. This one is perfect for cutting the crease, and if you want to use it as a highlighter, why not? Definitely one of my favorite shades as well. Sobrang ganda. Last but not the least on this row is the shade Simmer. Simmer is a straight up gold shimmer shade and sobrang ganda nito. If you're talking about like real gold shade, this is the perfect shade for you. Simmer talaga. I am just so proud of this third row dahil super intense talaga yung pigmentation ng shimmer shades na to. And pag sinabing shimmer shades, hindi talaga siya nagbibiro. Like, I love a good highlighter and a shimmer shade, and I have no words for this. Hindi talaga ako pinapahiya ng eyeshadow palette na to. I am obsessed. We are down to the last 4 shades dito sa Glowfam Royalty Eyeshadow Palette. We are starting off with the shade Antiqued. Antiqued is actually a muted lilac shimmer shade. Sobrang ganda niya. If we're gonna compare this to the shade Glam, it's very close, but this one has a little bit of lilac and pink undertone. Sobrang nice nito as a shimmer shade. I could say that this one is perfect just to highlight yung mga cut crease na ginagawa natin. If you wanted your cut crease to look popping, I think this is a perfect shade for you. Next on the row, we have the shade Static. This is a straight up bronze shade. If you want to create that sexy, smoky eye look, then you're looking for a deeper toned, shimmering cut crease, then this is a perfect shade for you. Sobrang ganda nitong shade na to, and this one looks very elegant as well. The next shade that we have is the shade Trendy. This is the shade that I'm most intrigued about. When I first saw the shade, akala ko nababalo na ako. I actually want to call the shade like the chameleon or the shapeshifter dahil nga paiba-iba yung kulay niya. This is a duo chrome shade. So the mixture of colors is actually like aqua blue-green. But if you tilt your hand in another direction, mukha siyang violet. But if you tilt some more, mukha siyang brown. Pero if you tilt like front, makikita mo yung pagka-blue-green niya. Sobrang trippy talaga ng shade nito. Hindi ko siya maintindihan. Parang alien for me, pero napaka-ganda and sobrang amazing ng shade na to. Like, imagine you're wearing this on your lids, tapos matatamaan ka ng araw on different angles. Iba-iba yung nakikita nilang color sa lids mo. Like, whoa. Last but not the least, we have the shade Don't Give a or DGAF. This one is a straight up violet shimmer shade. Sobrang ganda rin niya. I couldn't tell na it's purple dahil purple, pag sinabing purple, nasa brighter or mas bright or intense or saturated yung color niya. Pero this one, since deeper nga siya, it's a violet shimmer shade. I could say na perfect combination yung DGAF and yung Trendy. Like, sobrang ganda talaga niya. Those are all the shades that we have with the Glowfam Royalty Eyeshadow Palette. I could say na sobrang perfect ng palette na to. Why? Dahil it's like super multi-purpose or multifaceted. Kasi you have here your transition shades, which can also be used as contour or bronzing shades. It ranges from light, medium, and for deeper skin tones. We have the shade Classic, which is perfect for transition shade and pwede mo rin gamitin pang highlight ng under eyes mo or anything on your face that you wanna highlight or pop. We also have here tons of blush shades like Best Friend is a cool toned one. We have a warm toned, which is Whimsy. Meron tayong Mod, which is on a deeper old rose shade. Sobrang ganda and sobrang perfect niya. May contour ka na, may pang highlight ka na ng face, meron ka pang blush. So, ano pang hahanapin mo, diba? If we're gonna talk about the shimmer shades, I don't think that there are words to explain it, pero sobrang ganda ng shimmer shades na to. We basically have each and every shade for everyone. If you wanna use these shades for highlighter, no problem. We have from light to deep skin tones. If you want to go for a very simple look, we have basic shimmer shades right here. If you want to go sultry or bold or sexy, we have deeper tones right here, which you can use if you want to go colorful, or if you want a pop of color, you can go with these two out of this world shades. Sobrang ganda ng shimmer shades ito as in. Kita nyo naman dun sa video kanina, one swipe and sobrang intense ng shimmer shades ito. As in, I'm just so proud of it. Again, the Sparkle X Glowfam Royalty Eyeshadow Palette retails for 299 pesos. Yes po, 299 pesos lang. You will get the entire full fantasy nitong eyeshadow palette na to. Very multi-purpose, very multifaceted. Pwede nyo gamitin on a daily basis, walang problema. Perfect for online classes, perfect for Zoom meetings. If you want to look presentable, you can do a very basic eye look. Dahil there are really good combinations right here. If you want to go for a night glam, there are also really good combinations right here. This is just very perfect from day to night glam. glam, you can achieve everything from this palette. And again, 299 pesos lang siya. So, hindi siya masakit sa bulsa. We made sure na super affordable talaga itong palette na to para hindi masakit sa bulsa para sa mga startup beauty vloggers or yung mga nagsisimula pa lang mangolekta ng mga makeup nila. Diba? Kung ikaw wala ka pang contour, wala ka pang blush, wala ka pang highlighter, ito na lang yung bibilin mo, kompleto na siya lahat. If we're gonna talk about the product availability, the Glowfam Royalty Eyeshadow Palette is available through Shopee. Ilalagay ko yung direct link on the description box below para one click nyo na lang, ma-add to cart and ma-check out nyo na agad siya. Sobrang ganda ng palette na to. Now it's about time to address some issues about this palette. I got some questions from social media na I think dapat kong i-address dito sa vlog na to about this eyeshadow palette. And we're gonna talk about that right now. One of the few questions that I'm getting is sabi nila, parang nakita ko na yung eyeshadow palette na yan kay ano. And parang kay ano rin, meron din siyang ganyan. This is actually a three-way collaboration with Sparkle Cosmetics. So Sparkle Cosmetics yung main, tapos there are 3 artists under Sparkle Cosmetics with the same eyeshadow palette. Yes, same shades po lahat, same packaging and all. Iba lang yung makikita mong sticker dito in front. So with us, since tayo yung isang artist doon, nakalagay Glowfam Royalty Eyeshadow Palette. Since yun yung pinili kong pangalan. So I think that answers the question kung makita mo man tong eyeshadow palette na to sa isa pang other influencer na iba yung pangalan nila dito, probably siya yung isa pang artist na kakollaborate ng Glowfam with this eyeshadow palette. Another question that I'm getting is about the shades. Like, sino daw ba yung gumawa ng shades? Kasi sabi daw baka yung isang artist or yung isang artist or ako ba yung gumawa ng shades? Just to answer that question, when this eyeshadow palette was offered to me by Sparkle Cosmetics, it was already a pre-made palette by Sparkle Cosmetics. So ready palette na siya from Sparkle Cosmetics, kailangan na lang siyang lagyan ng branding. So yeah, Sparkle Cosmetics chose all the shades and all the shade names on this eyeshadow palette. It's not me, hindi rin po yung other artist. But actually, I have no regrets dun sa shades niya kasi I've been looking for a multi-purpose palette for a very long time and I wanted it to be like an eyeshadow that I can use for my face as well. And I think that shade ng Sparkle Cosmetics yun, so I'm just really happy with the shades that I have right here. And since this is a three-way collaboration, gusto ko lang po sabihin sa mga nanonood or dun sa fan base ng iba pang mga influencers na wag po tayo mag-away-away sa comment section or sa mga ibang posts na kino-compare yung palette sa isa't isa or yung pinapagsabong-sabong yung mga influencers. Actually, it's the same palette. If you want to support them, go ahead. If you want to support the Glowfam community, I would really appreciate that. We just want to share you this amazing palette. No hate, just love. So before we even end the video, I want to thank Miss Lalaine, the brand owner of Sparkle Cosmetics. Thank you so much for trusting me with this eyeshadow palette. I wasn't really expecting na magkakaroon ako ng collaboration sa taong 2020 dahil 2020 is really up. Aminin naman natin yan, pero diba, there's a rainbow always after the rain. And yes, eto na ang eyeshadow palette na yon. Sobrang thank you talaga, Sparkle Cosmetics. Of course, I also want to thank my Glowfam community. Hindi mangyayari tong collaboration na to kung wala kayo, guys. I mean, para sa inyo talaga to. Alam mo, kung milyonaryo lang ako or kung sobrang dami ko lang pera, gusto ko talagang bigyan bawat isang member ng Glowfam nitong Glowfam Royalty Eyeshadow Palette. Kasi sobrang ganda talaga niya and sobrang proud ko dito sa baby na to, as in. Again, guys, this one retails for 299 pesos and available siya on Shopee. Ilalagay ko yung link sa description box down below para one click nyo na lang ma-check out nyo na siya. By the way, itong Glowfam Royalty Eyeshadow Palette is only available until supplies lasts. So make sure to grab yours right now. And yun nga, sabi ko sa inyo kanina, as a way of thanking you guys for all your love and support on my YouTube channel, Vince Gonzales, and all my social media accounts. So there will be 2 winners ng Glowfam Royalty Eyeshadow Palette and hindi ko na kayo papahirapan pa. Check nyo na lang yung mechanics sa description box below. Sobrang dali lang and make sure na sumali na kayo. What do you think, guys? Nagustuhan nyo ba itong Glowfam Royalty Eyeshadow Palette? Let me know your thoughts. Sound off below. That's it for today's video, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Again, Vince Gonzales here and I'll see you on the next one.